Okay, back. Let's see if this thing holds. All right. Damn near need Starlink. I ain't gonna lie. Be too far out. Yeah. Salute to y'all brothers. I pray y'all are blessed. Y'all are well. And life is an adventure every day. And you having it your way, man. Tried it earlier and it just didn't, it ain't work. Excuse me, I had to move around. Ghetto Queen. It's a subject. Ghetto Queen removal service. See, what's happening in Washington, D.C. right now is uh, it's terrible. You got people that were already displaced being removed from what little home and shelter they already had, you know. But trust and believe. Oh no, it's not gonna stop there, brother. It's not. It's gonna be a nationwide thing. Give it time. Next year, 2, you'll see. Big push. Clean up these streets. Make these cities safe again by removing all the riffraff, right? Now, no matter how clean them streets may look, you always gonna have your riffraff, somebody that wants to take advantage of situations and other people. It's guaranteed. I got a question for y'all. Did y'all ever hear about them shelters that FEMA put up that just got tucked off into the cut? Spent millions of dollars on them building. You know what I mean? Millions. Then all of a sudden, ain't nobody heard nothing about them jumps no more. Well, I got a theory. Some of those places and locations are going to be put back in service real soon to deal with this booming population of people, of displaced people, put it like that. Now, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm tripping, tinfoil hat style. But I think it's going to be a situation where a lot of these Keishas and Marias and Karens and Rebecca's gonna fuck around and find their ass in them being housed in those dormitories that FEMA erected all those years ago. Now, fun fact, right? It's actually illegal for any utility company to cut your utilities off when it's wintertime, right? Being power, water, so on and so forth. Well, it ain't quite fall yet. And this big push to unass all these people from the streets. Well, you know what? It's perfectly legal. The most amazing part is the law that they're using to do all this was made under Jim Crow, my nigga. Yeah, yeah. They brought out old ass Jim Crow laws and start flexing them on white, black, Asian, Latino, Spanish, Haitian, whatever, African, whatever. If you on the street, Jim Crow applies to you, dog. That's the crazy part that I ain't heard nobody say. No loitering, motherfucker. Well, that's the Jim Crow law. Ain't, am I wrong? Am I tripping, bro? The laws they're using to remove all these people from the streets of Washington, D.C. are fucking Jim Crow laws. Now, at no point did, Karen and Brad ever assume that these laws will be, you know, pressed upon them. I'm not saying I know everything, but I don't think I missed the mark on this one. I don't think so. Mm-mm. Karen and Brad are suffering under laws that were made to, disenfranchise us. Right now, I'm an American. I have rights. No, you have liberties. It's a difference. Liberty. Liberty can't be taken. A right is given by God. It can't be taken. Your freedom, it's a liberty. You don't have the right to it. They say you do, but by law you really motherfucking don't. If it can be taken and you're not strong enough to keep it, then well, that's on you. You did. But with all these displaced people, you gotta be PC. With all these displaced people and soon to be displaced people who can't pay their rent no more, using welfare, who can't feed their kids no more, using SNAP, that are being forced to get up and get a job. Where do you think they're gonna go, bro? My theory is if they don't provide for the system, well, they going inside them FEMA shelters. Good bit of re-education and reconditioning around child. I might be wrong, but I don't think so, though. I don't think so. At the end of the day, you got a bunch of uneducated and also educated Keishas, Karens, Marias, Maylings, Rajesh, Marrakesh that have been feeding off the American taxpayer. Now, me, I own a business. I pay uh, a high amount of fucking taxes. Mhm. Even when I'm the hand operating behind the scenes, I still pay an absurd amount of motherfucking money in taxes. That money that you eating off of don't come for free, bitch. I'm fighting to break even around this hoe. You know what I'm saying? But I better have that motherfucking check when Uncle Sam come knocking. I better have that check. If not, well, you know how that is. But you can say up and well, you can lay up and break open crab legs and eat a muck bucket with eggs and corn and crawfish and snow crab and shrimp and shit. But I gotta pay all these taxes and feed your fat ass. Fuck that. I can't say I feel bad for him, bro. I can't. Mm-mm. Some people try to take the approach, well, Mr. Donald J. is a racist. No, no, no. He's a capitalist. He's running this shit like any good CEO would. Trim the fat. Yeah, trim that fat. What don't work is dead. That whole ghetto queen lifestyle that these women of various cultures decided to adopt and come here and lay on their fat ass and do nothing and try to obtain everything. Well, no, that ain't gonna work no more. See, the picture of the bitch of the thumbnail is very representative of how they really feel and what they really think, and you know, if left to their own devices, what they'll really motherfucking do. Grown ass woman with bow rats in her hair of ice cream and dumb shit, long ass fucking fingernails and can't wipe her own pussy or has to save her fucking life. But tell you you need to make 100,000 plus. Well, bitch, I do. But I can't seem to always break even because of hoes like you and these fucking taxes. Eh, is what it is. It started in DC, but it will be normalized. That's what they're doing. Because they pretty much in a nutshell, they're like, oh, well, niggas ain't going to jail like that no more. And we got to keep these centers, detention centers or centers full. So they picking the low hanging fruit. Yeah, they calling it. They're calling all the low hanging fruit right now. And by them normalizing it in the nation's capital, guess what's going to happen? They can do it statewide, then nationwide. I'm going to tell you a story. Having legal Mary Jane wasn't the thing until DC said, cool. Now, Cali was always liberal with it, but it was up to a certain amount. DC said, we can make some money off that shit. Maryland, Virginia, three powerhouses said, I bet. And then most states fell right under that. Like, oh, cool. Whichever direction the district goes, well, the nation will follow. So if you have agents jumping out of fucking unmarked vehicles with no identifying tags, cracking heads in the nation's capital, I don't know what to say for all y'all motherfuckers about the Midwest. Right now ain't the time. Mm-hmm. It ain't the time. Having that good square job is the best definition of correct and what the fuck you should be doing. Anybody doing dirt, I'm sorry. Stop. Nick, stop. Delete your whole social media, pro, all that, Instagram, all that. Get rid of all that. Get as far with mission as possible. They coming. I see what they doing. No more ghetto mentality. No more ghetto bitch. No more ghetto dude. Yeah. Pookie, Ray Ray, and them. That's a that ain't gonna be a thing no more. Shakisha and Trailer Park Karen. That ain't gonna be a thing no more. They're actively going to detain them motherfuckers. They said either get some help or get these shiny bracelets put on you and relocated somewhere else. And then they fucking did it. No more diapers. No more cash assistance. None of that. Because the CEO just said, trim the fucking fat. Sad to say, but it happens to be a bunch of ghetto bitches. Wow. But isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic a little bit to think that, the same system that they would sick on us like attack dogs is coming after their ass, and now they screaming and crying for help. Hmm. Them same people they was willing to involve in your life and mine is digging all in and through they shit now. Shit so vicious. They ain't even say, let me sort through your things, displaced person. Nah, where the trash truck at? Throw all that bullshit in there. Get that shit the fuck out of here. All those women that felt like they made it to the pinnacle of, ghetto queen, hood queen. Well, them bitches getting put the fuck out. Yeah, they getting put the fuck out. Whether you brothers know it or not, y'all gonna be having all kinds of calls coming through from aunties and cousins and all that. Motherfuckers begging for a place to stay, a couple of dollars and shit. Mm. My approach, fuck you. Nah, I ain't got it for you. They were given every opportunity possible to make a quality life, more resources than us, and they didn't fucking do it. Yet again, bitches are lazy. They take the path of least resistance. Hmm. And at the end of the day, all they made was the community, whatever, however you want to put it. The flaming fucking festering shithole that it really is. But Just my theory, bro. Just my theory. They need people to feed into that system, and they got a whole bunch of volunteers. Yeah. hmm People who actively chose to go against the grain. It's already been proven that female prisoners are more compliant than male. They just get into a system, a program, and whatever you offer, they just take it. I don't like oatmeal. Well, bitch, all we got is oatmeal today. On Mondays, there's oatmeal. On Tuesdays, you might get a piece of a Belgian waffle. And the hoe would just be like, all right, cool, fuck it. And that's how she live her life from now to the day she die. But you had to feed her steak and eggs, though. Yeah, every morning. Every morning. That was her demand on you. But when there's a rigid system that doesn't flex, bend, or break, well, that hoe conforms. Ain't that some shit? But uh, we're witnessing the last final death throes of that ghetto queen lifestyle by women of every culture. Ain't no more money for you. Not in this system, apparently. What that Spanish dude say? That shit was hilarious. No more money for you. No more money for you, you lazy. Coming to find out, Paco was right. We couldn't see it under the last administration because they were trying to provide all the money, all the Monty or Monties. Yeah, for people like that. Now, nah, no more. It's all gone, all used up. Big Daddy government and finally slapped them off uh, out of their pocket. And white mommy ain't coming in, suckle them off her titty no more. Oh well. Watching it, it's not pretty. Them videos are ugly. To know that there's foreign aid for foreigners and you have everyday Americans that are just assed out. That is some really fucked up shit. But you also have to look at the facts. How many of y'all were actually temporarily fucked up and how many of y'all were just milking this motherfucking shit? Too many were milking it. And for too long. How the fuck do you have generational houses with welfare, bro? Grandma was on it, mama was on it, now this bitch on it, and great grandma got her some too. What the fuck? It's supposed to be a temporary handout, not a keep me in this position to wait until I die. You know what I'm saying? They misused it, and now it's been taken from them, and they're crying and pissing a bitch. What we gonna do? Go to work. Go to work. I gotta go to work. You brothers gotta go to work. These hoes beg for equality. Now they got to go to work. And they're like, no, it's too much. It is what it is. But the thoughts I was attempting to express in the last live with those slides, flat out, the way life looked 10, 12 years ago, 20 years ago, was way different than the way it look now. You know why? They finally got everything they wanted from complete families with everyone smiling. Dad looked like he was on some fuck this, fuck that, serious shit to a bunch of bitches with children. A bitch with a bunch of chits running around, destroying everything. You can't even motherfucking do Section 8 rentals no more. And once you build yourself up to the point where you get motherfucking multiple properties because they're gonna destroy your shit, and you know it. Hell, I came up with a whole anti-destroy your shit Section 8 plan. Use this material, that material, just come back and wipe all this shit down. I had to for my clients because they're actively trying to put those properties that they put these bitches out of back on the fucking market. Why? It's a housing shortage. You have those that have it and those that don't. I'm partnering with the people that are going after the ones that have it because I want to have it. Fuck all that. Bitch boo-hooing that she can't get her rent paid no motherfucking more. Or you can get a job. The real reality of it is, them hoes could have been got a job and worked and lived a life and been productive, but they just chose not to. Mm. I fucked with this one broad one time when I met her mother. Bitch worked at the Library of Congress. Fuck with another broad. Her mother worked at the Pentagon. You know the commonality between both of them bitches. Their mother quit them jobs, or their mothers quit those jobs. As prestigious as they may have been, they quit and settled for some welfare. Path of least resistance. But was smooth, pick up the phone every so often, because I was fucking with their daughters at the time, and would ask me for $20 to help them through, and felt justified in doing such because I was fucking their daughters. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how the fuck did you go from the Library of Congress? And how the fuck did you go from working at the Pentagon to dry begging me for $20 because I'm fucking on your daughter, bitch? I got a job, your daughter got a job. I'm out here making moves. Your daughter out here making moves. I'm guiding this bitch. She listening cool. When she stop, I'm gone. But because I'm fucking on her, you feel like you deserve $20. Get the whole entire fuck out of here. When given the option instead of work, they'll lay down, bro. Smooth down. And decide not to do shit if they can get some assistance. And both their mothers, for both them bitches, chose that. You can retire at the age of this, that, the third. Bitch was like, nah, give me some welfare. Well, how the fuck does that beat over working at the Pentagon or the Library of Congress? We can pay you 60,000. No, I'll take 23 with welfare. That'll put me right at 34 and just figure it the fuck out from there. So, my personal opinion, this is the end of that Ghetto Queen era. The money didn't dry up. Uncle Sam has put them out their pocket. It's gonna be a whole lot of begging hoes calling and crying and pleading for a couple dollars from you, from me, from every nigga they see type shit. So that means the environment is starting to reverse because women are master survivors. They adapt to the environment. It's gonna be a whole lot more fit, feminine, friendly bitches walking around. But keep in mind, these are the same hoes that didn't know what a woman was a couple years ago, though. These are the same hoes that was walking around with green, blue, and purple hair, don't care. Yeah, don't be fooled. Oh, this hoe be thick as fuck, pussy fire. She acting right because she has no choice now. The women abroad act a certain way because there ain't no systems in play for them. to utilize. It's either act right and I feed you, or act right and you feed your fucking self. Sounds cold, but such is life, my nigga. You can't have fried chicken or pork chops without something dying. You know, damn, instead of without something being sacrificed. That's just life. A lot of these junks gonna be getting real friendly with you. You're gonna be getting them hey big head calls. You know what I'm saying? Because the environment has changed. And as far as I can tell, the price of rent is just still going up. I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong, bro. Maybe I missed the mark. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe. You also gonna see a whole lot more of these hoes out here selling pussy, too. Oh yeah, even more. Them OnlyFans bitches gotta be live and in full effect. Yeah. You know, and doing it with no guidance. No clear understanding as to how the game goes, business or nothing, just out there. There's gonna be a lot more sad stories as we witness the last death throes of the Ghetto Queen, be it Keisha or Karen or Mei Ling or who the fuck ever, bro. It's gonna be a lot more. Well, I'm looking at it more like chickens coming home to roost. Real talk. Because at the end of the day, they had every opportunity. Many, many opportunities. Many more than you or I were ever given. And look what they did with it. Look what the fuck they did with it. So, as God teaches them this lesson, I suggest y'all don't get in the way of that. Real talk. Real talk. Because at the end of the day, all they understand is can I eat it? Can I fuck it? Can it feed me? That's it. Very base level. Very base level, bro. You know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs type shit. They're on the bottom. And you're about to see just how bad. Because the situation's changed. Fucked up shit, but it is what it is. Ain't nothing you or none of us can in mass can do about it. Why? Because it's many more of them than it is us. Then one thing I've noticed about the creature when you save it, it doesn't always repay you the way it should with gratitude. Sometimes it gets mad at you and sabotages you because you saved it, because it wasn't strong enough to save itself. But how many O's have you seen save them motherfucking selves for real, without the assistance of a man or some governmental entity? Hmm, okay. Some of them agents that's running around the district straight snatching motherfuckers off the street. So when Keisha gets displaced in your town, you don't think they gonna do the same thing to her? We'll see. But I leave that part there. I'm just peeping shit and watching. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get my ass ready. See if I can put this business thing together. And as I progress, I will take footage and show you, bro. Stay out the way. Especially now, stay out the way. Stay out the way. Stay out the way, man. There's too much shit going on, and America has demonstrated how much it truly cares for its its product, its GDP, being its people. Tupac said, America eats its own babies. Well, they about to get the quote, TD swallowed up. They about to get swallowed up by the system. And it ain't nothing nobody can do. But excuse me. But I'll leave that part there. Y'all brothers have a blessed, productive day. Keep getting your money. Keep staying out the way, man. Peace to y'all.